What's up, collective? You already know what time it is. Mount Carmel, your energy shifter. Let me tell y'all something. You see, look at your girl. You see in the bonnet, all of this stuff. This how you know it's serious, okay? Now, with me, when a notification, something comes up on my phone, and it's sent from the universe, I know it has to do with the message. Not only for myself, but for y'all, okay? And my whole purpose of the videos that I'll be doing and sharing with y'all is to make sure that no matter who is educating us, they're taking accountability for their words, their thoughts, and the efforts behind their words and thoughts. Because we got a lot of people out here with platforms who, I'm just gonna leave it right there. So I want to share with y'all the video. It's a short video. It came up on YouTube. I've seen this man's face before, okay? Bless me. The pollen is crazy out here. I've seen this man's face before, okay? And I will say there was a video or two where I've seen him speak on platforms or speak on like a panel. And from what I heard, you know, with discernment, I was like, okay, he's speaking some good stuff. There always comes a time when you're going to have to check your fellow brother, right? Just like, you want to check your fellow sister, right? But it's not about the sisters today. It's about the fellas today, okay? This video popped up, and I almost didn't watch it because I was like, why is this video popping up? And the universe had me watch it, and I see, well, why? Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it without further ado. I'm going to show you this video, all right? So let me see how I can do this. Let me just put it like here, and I'm going to do like this. And we're gonna go into this. Okay. So, I'm gonna try to flip it at the same time I play it. Let's see if it works. Okay, it didn't do what I told it to do. So we gonna have to try it again. I don't know what be up. Okay, here we go.
Why do these be lying? Because a lot of women like a good story more than they like the truth.
You see how he had a pause on that shit?
Ouch. I'm not saying that's a good thing. Ouch. I'm saying that what I've observed is a lot of women have a story written already about how relationships should go, how long it should take, and they've created this novel in their mind that only requires a character to be dropped into it. And so if a man can actually portray that character well enough, you'll look at it like, oh, this is just the role I've been trying to fill. And you gonna cast him. Like, you're not gonna really check his credentials out. You're not gonna see if he done been anywhere else, if he brings anything. You already wrote the book. So all a man really be having to do is show up, lie well enough at the interview, get the job, good. And unfortunately, a lot of times, because you have this script written, what should be a probationary period, you giving him on-the-job training on how to survive just a little bit longer. You telling him everything, you coaxing him through everything, you hand and foot him through everything, and it's like, once it all fades away, once you try to promote him, and you realize he never actually had the skills to do the entry-level job, now you looking confused. Like, it was low-key you, shorty. Low-key.
All right, okay. So we gonna stop it right there. Ladies and gents, let me light my sage on this real quick. Okay. I don't know why. What is going on with the lighters today? Every time I try to light some sage, it's like it don't want to light. It's okay. It's okay. And I'm gonna tell you why it's okay. First, I want to address the fact of the matter is, he didn't address the question. He projected, he got triggered, and therefore he then gaslighted and showed the narcissistic ways of the patriarchy in which we've all been educated by. Number one, we've all been educated incorrectly underneath the patriarchy, okay? This is why we live in the world we live on. So we're going to skip past all of that gaslighting and scapegoating that he was using. We're going to get to the real meat and potatoes, okay? What he just did was someone, as a man, living in the patriarchy, utilizing a platform in the incorrect ways because he knows that he can. He got triggered by the actual question, right? Because of his own darkness he hasn't transmuted, or even some stuff that he still needs to grow through. And that goes around the world. We see it in men and women all the time. This is why I say you have to be careful with the people that have platforms like this and what you listen to, okay? So I say that to say this. For him to say that, having that type of platform, you have to be careful of listening to men like that, okay? Because he's a man, so this is the example we're using. Listening to a man like that. To all my ladies and all my gents, for the ones who need to hear it, we are not accountable for someone else's accountability, okay? I believe his name is Tripp, the one on the video, and he knows this, though. So the question then becomes, why did you not answer the question in the way or in the manner of actual truth, but trying to project and gaslight and have women truly believe that they're responsible for someone else's accountability and they're responsible for someone else's inability to be truthful to themselves first, so that way they're living in their truth, and that way the mirror to what they attract and what they do and their choices in life would mirror that? No, sir. I'm going to have to stop you, and I'm going to have to check you for that, because you wrong. Trippy Tripp, you wrong, Tripp. Bonnet on and all, you wrong, buddy. And you know you wrong. What you just did on that platform, and the fact that you have all these people that come to your platform and you have the ability to speak and articulate things in the manner, you're going to have accountability for your words, friend. And what you just did was wrong. Women, we are not. Women, you are not. Okay? And this is also for some of the gentlemen out there who maybe experience this from a woman or a man, however you get down, it don't matter. But this is for the women because of the question. Men don't lie because women gave them the blueprint. The patriarchy has provided a system of education that is a negative blueprint that is not educating us properly or giving us all the tools and resources we need in order to be not only in healthy relationships with ourselves, but with others, okay? So what he's speaking on has to do with the educational system that is around the world that is not ran by women. It's ran by men, okay? So that is why he used that as a scapegoat in order to what? Reel people in to make them believe and give them illusion that women are the problem. No, sir. So we're going to reel this back, okay? We're going to reel this back. Women, you are not accountable for a man's lack of accountability. When a man does not have the ability to be truthful within themselves and have integrity or ethics or values within themselves because of whatever internal issues they have going on that they haven't worked through or healed through, right, or are suppressing, that has nothing to do with you. For him to say that, it goes to show the ability of the fact that a lot of men in the world are insecure. They have low self-esteem. And because of also the way that they've been educated improperly by their fellow man is why they do what they do. No one can make someone go out and lie. No one can make someone be unfaithful. No one can make someone not tell the truth. Ladies, again, you are not accountable for someone else's lack of accountability or accountability, okay? Please know that. Bless me. So I want to pull out to y'all what I had to come in the comments and say. I had to come in the comments. And this is the comment I left, okay? I'm going to read it. I said, this was 35 minutes ago, okay? The external projection versus him being able to speak from an accountability standpoint is a part of the issue. All he did was gaslight and show how the patriarchy is narcissistic and teaches us, everyone, to follow suit. This is crazy that people like that have a platform. Women, please know you are not accountable for someone else's, and I put in parentheses, in this example, a man, accountability and inability to be honest with themselves first. People who lie, in this example, a man, lies out of insecurities, low self-esteem, and unhealthy education systems way before they met you. Please have discernment when listening to guys like him, which his name is Trippy Tripp. Okay? What he did was no different from someone asking, why do men hit women? And his reply being, well, because you made them. Think about it, ladies and gents. And anyone who gets triggered by this truth, ask yourself, why are you triggered? Because unlike how he flipped it in the video, the problem isn't me, the woman. We all as a people have been educated improperly. Look in the world we live in. Okay? So I'm going to leave it there. Because that, what? It would have been really dope if he was in a place of evolution, because it shows, because we all have work to do within ourselves, okay? That's everyday life, okay? You know what I mean? And shout out to the work he may have already done within himself in order to be able to even speak on the platforms he speak on, right? We're not here to bring anyone down or make someone feel a certain way, but we gonna correct something that's not right. It's no different from a classroom. We're all in school right down here. If you see a child, for example, writing the wrong 5 + 5 and they say it equals something else, do you want them to fail or do you want them to succeed? You're going to have to what? Course correct that action, okay? And we have to be more comfortable, especially women in the world. I don't care what shade of melanin you are, with standing together and having discernment over people who speak like this. Because what he did was he spoke from how man, the patriarchy, teaches all of us to only work with your external 5 senses. And if you're only working with those 5 senses and you're not plugging those senses into your internal outlet, which is your internal senses, your internal gifts, right? Your discernment, your intuition, your clairaudience, your clairvoyance, your clairsentience, your claircognizance, all these things, and you're not consulting the higher source, you're only consulting what the patriarchy book showed you and the educational system down here showed you, you'll always be at a disadvantage because you're not fully tuned in. And that means something is speaking for you. It would have been amazing to be able to see this brother get on that platform, and when that question came up, for him to be able to speak the words I spoke. But he didn't. He allowed men to think and to be under the illusion that it's the woman's fault. There was no accountability in that question when it came to why men lie. The question was, why do men lie? Not why men don't have the ability to take accountability and project that onto a woman and make them about them. That's make it make sense, Tripp. So, moving forward, ladies, I always say, have discernment. Because I was reading some of the comments and I saw a lot of the comments where people knew what he was saying was some crap, even some of the men. But there's still a lot of people in the world who took that for face value, right? And you got to be mindful. If you're going to have a platform like that, you're going to have accountability, my brother. You can't be out there just talking nonsense and saying shit like that and mixing it with truth. Either you going to stand on 10 the whole way or you not. You can't be flip-flopping. And that just lets me know you have some internal shadow and dark work to do, because something within you that you've done within your past that you have not acknowledged or accepted, how you lied to a woman or how you were lied to by a woman or a man, take it how it applies, you have not healed from that and transmuted that energy and being able to be in a healthy space where you feel comfortable with your own life and what you've done or have not done, or the people around you, or even the example you see 24/7, to be able to sit on that platform and speak truth and not nonsense. And anyone who agrees with him, it goes to show you got some dark work and shadow work to do too. Because again, everyone can agree with this comment, and this is all I'm saying. No one is accountable for someone else's accountability. If you lie, if you have low self-esteem, if you cheat, if you, like, for example, all these things, that has nothing to do with the other person. That has to do with you. So Tripp, if you're going to be on these platforms, my friend, bless me, you're going to have to, don't do that. Don't do that. You got me out here in my bonnet, you know what I'm saying? The sis ain't in my pajama. Like, Trippy Tripp, don't do that. Don't do that. Because anyone who's around you, or anyone who is, and I think it was probably more people on that stage, on that, on that panel, anyone, and I need to actually probably watch the whole video. I don't know. I'm not being led to, but hopefully one of the other people up there, man or woman, had the ability to course correct that or chime in and let him know, like, bruh, whoa. That's the knowledge you're putting into the world? That's the knowledge you're putting into the world, and you're going to scapegoat it by the fact of how we're all being educated improperly and say that women are giving the blueprints and making it easy for men to lie and to do this? Where's the accountability for that person who is lying and doing all of this? He never once mentioned that. Interesting. Interesting. Now this video, when was this done? Let me see. This video, short, was done a day ago. It was a day ago, it was uploaded. And I'm assuming that his platform is Tonight's Conversations. Y'all, anyone who follows him or knows him, y'all would know better than I do. I don't know. I've just seen maybe like 2 or 3 videos, a time or two pop up on my timeline. I don't follow the person, but I'm assuming that he and other people have these panels or whatever, but neither here nor there. It was on March 27th, 2024, when the video was uploaded. I'm not sure when the video was filmed or however it was, but it says, "Is this true about why some men choose to lie to women?" For all the ones in the back, it's not true. What he said is not true. That's not true. That's not true per se. What he's talking about is how the patriarchy, because that's who's running the world. His story. Don't we live in history? Ain't that all we talk about? Is humankind, his story, the patriarchy, man. So last I checked, it's not what he talking about. No. Make it make sense. So I just had to jump on and say that. Am I bonded and all? But anyways, I'm out. I guess his name is Tripp, but Tonight's Conversations. And he has over 542,000 people that are subscribed to his channel. So with that type of level of people coming to you to work what they're working through, you absolutely have to be anointed to do that. And what I have noticed on this journey of being an educator, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, out and doing stuff in the physical, the universe gonna hold you accountable for stuff. And the universe will only allow you to educate so far based upon what you've done and the work within yourself. So that is why he was able to get on this platform and say that shit he said, because he still has a lot of work to do, right? A lot of people want to live in their high light, but they don't want to go to the darkness. And that, my friend, is where the beauty is. So you can really know yourself. And therefore, you won't be standing on platforms like this when people come with questions like this, answering it in the manner that you're answering it. Okay? We're going to leave it like that. I'm going to see y'all next time. Until next time, we're out.